This is so cool. What's that? This camera is like almost quadruple my age. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a long time since I've actually sat down in front of the camera and just talk to you guys, and today I'm actually super excited. My aunt, a couple weeks back, it was probably actually a month ago, she called me up and she said, "Hey, I've got Grandma and Grandpa's old camera. I thought you might want to look at it." And I'm like, yes please, I do want to look at it. So she brought it over, and this is pretty crazy. Like I said, this camera is like, I think it's about 70 years old, but just this old technology, I cannot believe it just blows my mind how this stuff works. So like, for example, what we've got today is, I've got my big camera. If I had a mirror, which this is what you guys are, this is what I'm filming on. It's got my mic here, and this camera actually records video and it takes photos, obviously, but it's digital. It digitizes the photos. It saves it onto these SD cards, and you can save tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of photos, and you can take as many as you want, because you can move them from these SD cards. You can put them on the computer, you can put them on your cell phone, you can take pictures with your cell phone. This is what's insane now, is you don't even need this big rig anymore. You got an HD camera right here, right here. Even though, look at mine, I broke it somehow. It looks like it's like a perfect bullet hole. The point is it's crazy what we have now compared to what my grandparents grew up with back then. You know what I mean? Like 70 years ago, this would be like alien technology. This is so foreign, they would probably worship me. But yeah, so you could take as many photos as you want now, and if you screw up, you can take it over again. You can take 100 of the same photo until you get it right. But back then, they didn't have that luxury. They had these big, and this is pretty heavy. This is straight metal. This is like, you know what I mean? This is glass, plastic, a little bit of metal, but this is nothing compared to what this is. This goes in my pocket. This you'd wear around your neck. This ain't going in your pocket. This would go in a big bag. Something like this. All leather though. This thing is hammered. It's old. But this is insane. My battery's dying. What my grandparents grew up with, it's not just my grandparents, what people grew up with back then and what they did, how to capture images, it was pretty, I don't know, it like blows my mind. So they didn't have digital anything. So everything was shot to film. So I gotta be more gentle with this. This thing's old. Look at this. I don't want to tear the seams. So you would open up the back like this, and this is what I think is crazy too, is you can see inside here, this is how it is. You would stick the film in here, and then you'd stretch it across here. And so this is the back of the camera. And I don't know how big the rolls of film were. And you'd wind it up like this, and it stretches it, right? And then, this is so cool too, check this out. Check this out. Boop. Isn't that insane? This is how the picture was. So you got all your little dials on here. See all these dials and wheels to turn and stuff. So you get everything dialed in. You know, you get exactly like how far away you are from your subject, get it in focus, try to get everything as good as humanly possible, and then you would wind it up so it stretches the film across, and then you take a photo through this little tiny, super tiny hole right here. See this? See this little tiny hole right here? This is what you look through to take the photos. And it's so, oh, it's so small. Back then, I mean, you only had so much film. So you pretty much had one shot. Because if you like took a camera on vacation and you wanted to take tons of different pictures of whatever you're vacationing to or looking at, you know what I mean? You couldn't just take a photo and then look at it and then be like, oh shoot, Dave was blinking, or somebody photobombed in the background. You didn't have that luxury. You take the photo, you pray that it's good, and then after you filled up your roll of film, you would go get it developed. And there was several different types of cameras back then, but this one in particular, it shot to film, and it didn't make negative photos, but it made these slides. You would put it into a slide like this. And then in order to look at it, besides, you know, holding it up to the light, which another thing I want to talk about too is pretty insane, but you would stick these in a projector, like, you know, the projector on the movie It, the remastered, when the kids are in the garage and looking at all these old photos? Something like that, to project these photos so you could look at them. It was shooting to film with these old cameras, shooting to film, and it held the color really, really well. These pictures still look pretty good. It's like, it's crazy, you know. Look, you can see the color in there barely. You can see, look how many photos they've taken over the years. Like, in all reality, this may not seem like a lot because, I mean, today, fill up their phones with thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures in like a year. This, I don't even know. Each one of these boxes is full of photos, full of them to the brim. You know what I mean? I don't want to dump them all out, but you can see in there, just full of photos. March of '59. This is old. This is crazy. Anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys because this is insane. This is technology from 70 years ago. Look at all of these different attachments. Look at this. I don't even know what the heck this is, but it's got this little lever here. Screw it onto something. This camera was made in Germany because my grandpa lived in Germany for a while when he was in the Air Force, and I'm assuming he got it there. Here was the flash. It kind of looks like an old flask. You would stick it like this, and then you would stick a light bulb in right there because that'd be your flash, and then you screw this on. This little notch just slides in like that. Then you got your you got your flash to take photos at night or when it's a little bit darker or whatever. Got this thing too. I don't know what this is. Called a wattometer. Maybe it's like for measuring light or distance. I don't know. Got a little dial here in the back. I don't know what this is either. I thought it was like, it might be some kind of level. You can see the little needle in the middle there. It's got a dial here too. I don't know. It seems like taking photos back then would have been such a hassle. Like, because you'd have to learn how to do all this. I mean, taking photos now, pretty much anyone can. You just give them a cell phone, boom, babies are doing it, everyone's doing it, you know what I mean? Taking a photo, it's just like, you come out of the womb and you know how to work a cell phone. Got this little makeup lens cleaner. And then you got all of these different, I'm assuming these are different caps that go on top of the, screw onto the lens. But yeah, it would like go on the camera. They're like polarizers, I'm assuming. This one, I wanted to show this one too. So this one is made in the US. This is a US camera compared to a German camera back in the whenevers. I think this camera actually is a little bit newer than this German camera, but I mean this one, you can see that the lens is like busted off. This one's not in good shape. It hasn't aged well. I don't know. Taking photos back then, to me, seemed like a big nightmare, a big hassle. And maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't that bad. But after I got done filming the video, my aunt actually brought me over 2 more old cameras, and I wanted to just display them as well, kind of show you guys what they were. But this one right here, this is an old Polaroid camera. So what this was is back in the day, when you took pictures, you had to go get your film developed, like we already spoke about. And this one was a little bit different because this had Polaroid cartridges like this, where you just slide it in here, boom, just like that. Then you pop this up, just like this. There's the flash. And you look through this thing, and you snap a photo through that little tiny hole right there. And after you take the photo, it prints it out like this. Print it out of here. I don't have any film or else I'd show you guys, but yeah, this is from probably like the 70s or 80s. This is probably one of the first digital cameras that they had. Something like this, and it's probably like early 2000s maybe. This was a game changer because it allowed you to take photos and then check on the LCD screen in the back. You could check your photos. So now if you ever screwed up, boom, just go check, delete your photo, and then you can take it again. Or take it as many times as you want, because everything got loaded on an SD card like this, which this is an old SD card. This old SD card, this doesn't even fit into my computer, so I can't even read this. I've never seen an SD card like this. I don't even know what kind it is, but 16 megabytes. I don't know about you, but pictures nowadays are 16 megabytes couldn't hold nothing now. Anyway, back to the video. It just blows my mind that in 70 years we can go from this big, bulky camera that shot to film. You pretty much closed your eyes and prayed that you got a good photo, to actual computers in our pockets that take really good photos. Another tidbit too is a lot of people complain that cell phone cameras, they're like, oh, they're not good enough. Well, I just want you to know that my camera here can shoot at 1920 by 1080 at 24 frames, and it can also shoot 1280 by 720 at 60 frames, and this can shoot in 4K. Technology is pretty cool.